Hello everyone, this is Julie at Magnolia Grace Cottage. I'm so thrilled to be here with Craft Around the Clock, and we'll get started. Okay guys, been talking to you guys about this so much. This is one I'm working on. I just kind of wanted to show you. So first off, we're going to start with this four-way stretch fabric, okay? You kind of want to make sure you have that. And actually, if you haven't done this before, to start out with a nylon, like a knee-high nylon, would give you a lot of great practice to get the technique down, okay? So first what I'm gonna do is I have this, it's a doll making needle. You wanna make sure you have a nice, good, thick knot here so it doesn't slip through. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see me here. So I'm just going to get as close to the edge as I can, and I'm going to kind of weave in and out here to form a gather. Okay. Then go ahead and pull your needle through. And I leave just a little, maybe like a ½ inch exposed there to the knot. And then I just continue around the whole entire circle here, okay? And this is a single thread, guys, okay? I don't load it up too much because it seems to knot more that way. So I do maybe 7 or so stitches, and then I pull it through. I see my husband on here. Hi, honey. So I get right up next to where this knot is. Okay, guys. And there we go. Now we're gonna make like a little sack. We're just gonna have this kind of open. All right, so I have my polyfill here, and you guys, I love this one. Okay, I don't know, I've tried so many different ones. I wanted to be able to give you guys the best tips, okay? This one for doll making, I really do like it. I ordered it on Amazon. You're gonna start out with a little ball here. I just kind of roll it up. And I just kind of set that ball right there in the center. And this is going to help me to form the nose. Okay. Then I grab a handful of the polyfill, and I try to not mess with it too much. I just keep it in its natural state and then just kind of roll it over. I want it the smoothest side possible to the front of the face here. It just makes it so much easier when you're sculpting. Okay. Okay. Then I put it in there inside the little pocket. And it's going to pull, you'll feel the thread, it's obviously going to stretch back out, but that's okay. This is the part, you guys, where I found that I need a third hand. Okay, so I get it in there. And it's not going to close all the way. You want to leave an opening. See, like this one here, there's an opening there. So you can fill in necessary areas that you feel that you need to add. Both my ends and tug. The thread that I'm using, guys, it's a heavy duty quilting thread. To tie this in a knot, I'm just gonna see here where this little piece for the nose. I'm just kind of plumping it up. Each one kind of develops its own personality and its own look. You'll see that as you do it. You see how it's kind of, you can see it there. And the other thing too, the other little tip, I always look for, okay, so the side that's going to cause me the most issue, I will put that at the top, because that is going to be where there'll be a hat or hair, something like that. So I do put that into the mix as well. Okay, so I'm just kind of plumping up the nose. Okay, I want to really make sure you measure, you totally measure, okay? So we want to get the nose in the center here, so I'm going to go all the way around and just make sure, yep, it's right at the center. Okay, just the center of the nose for right now. I want to just have that in there. The eyes, I put a pin on each side. Where I'm gauging where the eyes are going to be. And then I measure to make sure that it's in the placement where I want it, okay? So I put those there for now. Line up directly underneath where the nose would be here and put pins here. Like that, okay? And again, you want to measure, so you want to make sure that you're the same distance here. Okay, this one needs to be over just a little bit. And then you can always use these bottom ones. You can guide it with the top ones. You want them to line up with each other, okay? Now we're gonna start sculpting this, okay? But the big thing, guys, is you wanna make sure you have as smooth as possible in the part that's going to be visual, okay? So you take your needle and you want to fluff out areas. You just kind of go in and poke and plump where you want. Now I'm going to just get my thread in here, do a couple of stitches right here so it's secure. And I'm going to start here at where the bottom of the nose is going to be. And seriously, guys, they develop their own little personality of how they're going to look. Okay, I don't pull it too tight on that first stitch. Okay. All right, now I can take this center one out. I don't need that one there any longer. And you're going to scoop your needle. I go in that same spot where the thread is coming out. I go in and I scoop deep, and then I'm going to go up here to where this pin is. Okay, guys? Now this one, you want to tug on it, okay? Okay, then I'm going to go back through, scoop, and insert in the same hole or as close as possible. And pull. Okay? And you're going to do this 4 to 5 times. Can you guys see okay? I'm hoping you guys can see. Okay, so this is 3. now. Okay, and now that I can see where this point is, I can take this pin out. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and move it over, because make a straight line here, because this is where the eye is going to be. So I'm going to measure about an inch here, okay? So I'm gonna put that there and just let that set there. Now I'm going to go over, actually scoop down, and I'm gonna go back to the bottom of this nostril here. As close to the pin as you can. Okay, so you take the needle and you're going to scoop, not straight, you're going to scoop down deep, and then you're going to come back up to this pin. Okay, see how it's already forming the face? Then I'm going to scoop again deep and back through this pin. Scoop again. I try to get it as close, if not in the same hole, just because it gives it a cleaner look. Pull it, tug it tight. I think I'm gonna do one more. Okay. So again, now I'm going to take this one out and make sure I measured the same as this one over here. Same distance. Okay, so right there, got it. And that's what we have so far, guys. See how it's forming the face? You're going to be constantly fluffing here. So now that we have this part done, okay, I'm going to fluff up some of the polyfill inside here. Fluff it up under the nose. Okay, I'm going to run from underneath this nostril. You're going to scoop deep, and then you're going to come out the other nostril. by doing that, it helps to shape underneath here on the nose. I'm gonna scoop again underneath and go into where the eye is going to be. Scoop it in there. And then go underneath here on the top part of the nose. Scoop. So we're going to do it again. And it depends on, you know, the character that you're making. Maybe you're just wanting to do a tiny little nose without, you could do it, you know, without the bridge. It just depends on what you're looking for. All right, so now what I'm going to do is from these points here, this point, I'm going to put a pin here, and from this point I'm going to put a pin here. Down, let's see, 2 fingers, probably 2.5 fingers here. So 4 inches is what I have. This is lined up with this hole, and now this one will be lined up with this hole. And I'm measuring constantly, you guys. At the beginning I didn't, and it was because I do eyeball a lot of things, but sometimes when you are doing this and you're tightening the thread, it will alter, it will change the dynamics of it, really. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through, and I'm going to scoop, and I'm going to go into this hole here, into this, where this pin is. Okay, and I don't pull it, you don't pull it tight at this point, because you don't want it to alter the change anything up here. So now I'm going to go in the same opening, and I'm going to go to this hole by the eye here. Try to get it as close as I can. Okay. So then I can start pulling. Okay, I'm going to do again about 4 times. Scoop deep. Okay, I'm pulling tight, and see what that's doing? It's helping to form the mouth here. Okay, so now we're going to start doing the eye, and you're going to see how this is going to change by tugging on this, how it's going to alter. This is why it's really important to either mark it with a pencil or put pins. So I'm going to start in this corner, the eye. And it's usually about, I'd say 4 to 5 stitches that I do to get to the end here. So I'm going to do one. I keep them relatively small just because I don't want them to show. And I'm going to go back through that hole, through where the pin is. And continue down. And each time I'm scooping, I go in deep. Okay, see how it's already forming the little area there for the eye? All right, I'm gonna get a new piece of thread here. Okay. All right, gonna go into that hole, reinsert where the pin is, and continue down to finish the eye. One more stitch here, I think, on this eye. Okay. To the end. And you'll see, you guys, the more you're doing this, you're gonna, you'll just find your own technique of what you want to do. Okay, so see how nice and straight that is, and see how different it is already from this side. You can see the difference from the way it's pulled. Okay, so just keep fluffing your stuffing here. All right, now we're gonna go into the other, do the other eye. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into the same hole here, and I'm gonna come into this corner of the eye. Too tight. Okay. Now I'm gonna come into this side. Tug. Yeah, I've tried all different kinds of fabric and to see what works best. There's definitely a difference. You really need to get the 4-way stretch material. as I can to this line. So it's a nice straight line there. All right, this is a perfect example, guys. Okay, see where the pin is? See how much higher that is? Now, if I just eyeball that without that, I would probably end up stitching down lower and make it off. So I'm just going to continue down. And some of the ones I've done before, I used like a really thin marker or pencil, but I just didn't like marking it. I just wanted it to have a clean slate when I paint. So that's why I'm just sticking with the pins. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do my little last one here, right where the pin is, scoop and go down here. Hoping I can finish the face in this session. All right, so now I'm going to, I want to pull up the polyfill that's underneath here as much as I can up here. And here. I'm going to remove these pins now. I don't need them. So we can form the mouth here. This is really fun to do too, guys. It really is. I really enjoy it. See how I'm fluffing it, guys? Okay. Now right in the center of the nose here, I'm going to put a pin down here. And again, it's like 2 fingers. So I think right there is where I want it. All right. Now I'm going to go through, I want to start clean here, so I'm going to go back to the opening here. And I'm going to insert deep and go in where this pin is. Double checking that it's in the center. Okay, I don't tug tight at this point. Go back through. And I'm just going to go through this opening here. And especially in the mouth area, I'm constantly fluffing it. Constantly. See this guy? So anyway, come back through, deep scoop. And then I tug. All right. Now for the mouth, again, I want to make sure that I'm going to have everything aligned properly. So I'm going to put the pin. It's going to run parallel with this hole here, but I'm going to put an end here. This one I did a little bit over, yeah. Just about where this little hole is there under the nostril. And then the same thing for the other side. Okay, come back down. Okay, then I'm gonna go inside that hole of the mouth there, pull it through. Take a little stitch. Okay guys, we're gonna end up stopping here, but you'll see where I'm going with this, and I left this here to show you. I painted this guy yesterday, but we'll finish the mouth, and she's going to be a witch actually, so no elf ears on her. Anyway guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue this. I knew it was going to be several sessions of this. So we'll finish this guy, but at least you have the gist of it. Get yourself a pair of like just knee-high stockings and practice. Just start practicing. So thank you guys so much. This is Julie at Magnolia Grace Cottage. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks.